brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here. As it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Take over first and 10. Their own 24-yard line.
Now Milton. Now he's going to step up and run. And incomplete to open things up.
And that certainly could be a sign of things to come because they're blitzing to start this ball game. And it works for them there as they force the incomplete pass.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Milton. He's got this to Williams, complete. Down the sideline he goes. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 63 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
And this is going to be intercepted. And the Raiders are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
They'll run for the first time with Ashton Jeanty. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Right back to Jeanty on first down. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. The Raiders at 3-4 on the year coming into play. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
They'll go again with Jeanty. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Here is 3rd and 5. Stafford. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 34-yard line. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down and put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
Second down and 4. A give out of the gun to Genty. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Now it's Stafford. Pass right side, caught by Thornton. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Dante Thornton with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Raiders use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Point after try forthcoming. And that makes it 7-zip Vegas.
Makes the score Raiders 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Evades him at the 20. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Here's Milton. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Graham. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Catch number 44 on the year. It's a first down. Well, starting drive number 2 off on the right foot. Completion for the first down. Drive 1 is they had to be pretty frustrating because they moved the football. They just didn't get any points out of it.
But warm-up QB2, let's bring in the backup. I mean, my goodness, you take him down and you don't score points. You know I'm being totally facetious here, right? I'm just kidding. Nice first drive. Rarely do teams score on every single drive in a game, but they like what they did there. They just hope they can pay it off this time with some points.
You look at this Raiders defense. They find themselves just a couple of spots outside of the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league.
And while teams don't like to talk about it, they're pretty proud of their rankings. But this ranking is going to be put to the test today because they're going up against a top 5 passing offense in this one.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Milton now to throw. And he is caught. And he is going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive. Come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 47. To throw is Milton. He finds his man complete. It's Grant. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
At the Raiders' 36-yard line.
To throw, it's Milton. Quick hitter here, it's complete. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have the Packers first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Milton. This is caught. And it's a Packers touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers are an extra point away from drawing level. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce-back. Tremendous poise. Confidence never lost. And obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their... And now this is intercepted. My goodness. He's on his way. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Throwing to start the drive. Milton toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big body guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw. Milton. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Savion Williams. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers have taken the lead. Groupie able to add the PAT. And that makes the score 14-7.
Raiders 7.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And the Packers pick it up. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Well, my friend, this has certainly been a comedy of errors here in the first quarter. Neither side able to really hang on to the ball.
Yeah, now I'm just curious to see which team can adjust, because both have made their mistakes, as you said.
Yeah, and whoever can do that can seize firm control of this game, something they haven't done with the ball so far.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Operating from the gun, Milton. This is caught. Touchdown. Savion Williams with his second TD of the game, his sixth on the year. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. What a first half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. Well, let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages. You've got to double him every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on almost every play.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. They'll try and set up the screen to Genty. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets a made.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
That'll be caught by Rice. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 35. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Here's Stafford. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
On first down, they'll go to the ground the time. Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
Traditionally, as a defense, your #1 job, stop the run. But in today's football, it's impacting the opposing quarterback. Make him uncomfortable. And so far, they've not been able to do that.
Not at all. He's been really comfortable in the pocket. 3 touchdown passes already.
So that could be an important first sack if they do want to turn things around.
And this offense on 3rd down today, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Milton. And that is incomplete. Boy, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And a productive gain out to the 14 after starting at the 7. It's a gain of 7.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
3rd and 4. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Down the left sideline. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Dante Thornton with a 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Raiders have cut it back within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead. Inside the 20. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. His 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Packers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Here's Groupie for the PAT. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
On Stafford for the third time is intercepted.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Off play action. Milton.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Milton. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Looking to throw. Milton.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Ray certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw again.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Lonnie Johnson picks it.
And the Raiders are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
To throw is Stafford. Packer pressure, and down he goes. How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go. Now Stafford. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So touchdowns on their first 2 drives, but looking like that won't be the case here.
Yeah, it looks like someone put their dukes up a little bit, doesn't it? Maybe decided to finally make a stand because those first 2 drives, they got run over. Now, finally, got their feet under them, got a little bit of balance. They're getting off the field.
Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And it'll be Packer football here, 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
He finds his man, complete. That's Grant. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
I really like the angles that the tacklers came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so you can only go so far outside. And they were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, they used your boy over there, the 12th man. Sammy sideline. Right?
Sammy sideline. You know something? He tackles pretty well, too.
He's tougher than an airport steak.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. That is caught. It's Williams. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 26. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. They'll look to throw again. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
Intercepted. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it. And a nice job by the 2 of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the 1st down.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Here's 3rd and 6.
Out of the gun, Stafford. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And a potential turning point as he'll get the football the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
And he hits the upright, but it caroms in anyway. With plenty of distance there as he banks it in. And that will extend their lead even further. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return. With abrupt hold. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright.
And my goodness, another interception. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
Throwing to start the drive. Milton. And here he's got Grant. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. A point after, good by Groupie. And the lead is now 24. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Stafford now to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
A gain of 10 yards. And a Raider first down.
Now Stafford. Short throw caught by Bowers. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
2 yards to go, second down.
It's a gain of 8.
Stafford going to change it up here. Once again, it's Genty. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. Now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Here's Stafford. And he's got it. Touchdown, Raiders. Dante Thornton, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Raiders get a bit closer. Well, yes, that's his third touchdown catch, which is very impressive, but on the scoreboard, they're still struggling.
So safe to say that without him, my goodness, yikes, they are in major league trouble. He's doing his best to try to keep them in the game. I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Devin Bush driving in and picking up the sack.
It's second down.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. In motion is Grant. Throwing is Milton. Down the field, he's got Noel. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there. 29 yards.
And the Packers are able to extend their lead. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the third quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnover.
That's caught inside the 20.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Trey Tucker, 65 yards. And the Raiders are able to cut into that deficit.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead down to 18.
Raiders 45, Raiders 27.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
And he returns this to the 22.
Packers take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin first and 10.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Max Crosby, the one who got in there for the stop.
That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Now Milton.
Caught left side, Williams. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Packers first down. A gain of 22 yards. First down.
They go play action here on first down. And the Raiders have got him. It was the safety blitz that ultimately did the job, and they're going to credit him with a sack.
Safety blitz, such a fun play call to witness when it works. And the deep man can get home for a sack. Great timing by him. Interception earlier in this contest. Now a sack. He's definitely campaigning for Player of the Week honors, isn't he, partner?
After the sack, here's second and 11.
Here's Milton.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. 37 now.
Brings up third and 7.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Here's Milton now to throw. That is caught. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 33. A big third down pickup of 20 yards.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep with the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands. I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field, get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he could pull it down in the end zone, but the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
Third quarter from Southern Nevada. Here's a second and 10. To throw is Milton.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
To throw, it's Milton. He'll try and do this himself. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
So after the field goal, back out his groupie to send this one away.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
13 yards on the play. And the Raider 1st down.
Stafford. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Again, it's Stafford. Over the middle, complete. It's Bowers. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 31-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 31. Throwing is Stafford.
They'll get the tight end Bowers involved there.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
That's another Las Vegas 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Stafford. And it's caught. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown.
Rashee Rice,
A 20-yard touchdown.
and the Raiders are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Makes the score Packers 48, Raiders 34.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line.
Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting at a great spot, up 2 scores here in the 3rd quarter.
And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36.
110 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
So both offenses come to life here in this 3rd quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd down and 4. Milton.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 36 yards on the play.
And this is seemingly how it's been all game long. This defense has been just a step too slow. And here they're burned again. Another big play.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Back to throw. Milton. Looking middle, and that's complete. Milton's pass.
With that last completion, CD's now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group more than capable of torching a secondary any week, as evidenced by their combined stat line here. And in the time we have remaining, wouldn't shock me at all to see them take another deep shot.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop it. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Looking to throw. Milton. Now he'll tuck this and run. Well, took a real chance with that one, but it's incomplete.
There's a quarterback who's learned his lesson. He's thrown a few interceptions so far. That time he said, I'm making sure nobody catches this one.
2nd and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Raiders are right back in this football game.
Intercepted. The Raiders take over 1st and 10.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Short throw caught by Bowers.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Brings up 3rd down.
Now it's Stafford.
They'll try and set up the screen to Genty.
On the skin of their teeth, they are able to convert on 3rd and inches. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Trayvon Walker. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Back to throw. Stafford. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. Throw left side complete. That's Bowers. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a 1st. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 124 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Back to throw. Milton. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
The Packers on third down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This is 3rd and 10. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And, boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Gets it quickly out wide to Thornton. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
It's a gain of 11. And a Raider first down. 1st and 10.
To throw is Stafford. Working downfield, he's got Thornton. Now he's into the clear again. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. It's a big play there for Vegas. 68 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. To the air again, Stafford. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
A 4-yard gain brings up 2nd and goal at the Packers' 2-yard line.
Now Stafford. That is caught by Rice. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Well, they needed 3 scores to have any chance. There's the first of the 3 as they get into the end zone.
Yeah, Brandon, I think that our guys at Next Gen Stats in charge of the win probability are probably saying your chances still aren't great. But now, you still got more than 3 minutes to go. You got to focus on the task at hand, which is going to be getting the football back as quickly as possible.
As the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
At their own 13-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
From the 21, here's 2nd and 2. They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23.
And this is the worry because sometimes you get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important third down.
Here comes 3rd and about a foot. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On now is the Packers punter, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. On the return, Carter. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 35 yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. Packer pressure, and down he goes. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Here's 2nd down. Now Stafford. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And that is incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Gotta avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long. They snap it to Stafford. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. Now 1st and goal.
The Raider first down. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Genty will take this one in for a Vegas touchdown. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field. Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
kick return. And the Packers will add to their fourth quarter lead. A big-time special teams play here in the fourth quarter to extend their lead.
And coaches preach it all the time. If you can score on special teams, your chances of winning the game really jump up in a big way. Now, I'll let our analytics friends quantify it and give us the exact numbers, but that's what coaches talk about all the time, that extra momentum, that extra bounce you get from a special team score.
I don't have any analytics friends. Those are your friends.
I'll claim them.
A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Stafford now to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Keely Ringo picks it off. And the Packers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Well, in all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, 2-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw than to try and run against it.
And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
And there's the touchdown that they needed, so they'll celebrate. But the guys on the sidelines, they've got to stay focused. The onside kick team, they need them to get the ball back.
Yeah, part 1 of the equation done. Now they need to convert and get that onside kick. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
Raiders 55.
So they got their touchdown. Now down a field goal. Here comes the onside kick. This is recovered by the Packers, so that might just about do it. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL?
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Well, penalties don't usually hurt as much as that one does. That is a monster gain wiped out by the flag.
And you and I both know that an offense only gets a couple of those big moments in a normal game. You've got to take advantage of them. When you give one away because of an avoidable penalty, that's a major disadvantage. Just steals away every bit of momentum you just generated with that play.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. As the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Charles, normally